Good morning, grade 4. Welcome to today's video lesson on tied notes and slurs. Tied notes and slurs can be a little confusing to some people who are learning about them for the first time. And the reason is because they look so similar. So what I would like you to do to start with is I would like you to repeat after me. Ta, ta. A. Great job. Now here's what this part sounds like if I were to play it on the recorder. I've got my recorder, I'm ready to play. Why don't you go ahead, pause the video, and try to play that one on your own. Okay, however, it's easy to play those notes because we have two half notes, and we know when we play a half note that each half note is going to take up 2 beats. Now what a tied note does is a tied note looks just like this. When we have a line connecting 2 notes together. What that tie does is it's going to add the note length of both of those notes together. So we have a half note, which is 2 beats, and another half note, which is 2 beats. So everybody, 2 plus 2 is, that's right, 4. So we're going to take 2 plus 2 equals 4. That tells us that instead of playing each of those notes for 2 beats, we're going to play them together for 4. So here's what that sounds like. Once again, get your recorder. I want you to try after me. First, though, let's say it. A. Your turn. Go. Hear how I connected the sound with my voice. That was me adding the 2 values together. Now here's what it would sound like on the recorder. Rather than playing each of those for 2 beats, I played one note for 4. That is how a tied note works. Now remember, the rule for tied notes is that the notes have to be on either the same space or the same line. So since these are both on the space where A is, we have a tied note. Now I'm going to change it slightly here. As you can see, I've changed the rhythm completely. Now, instead of a half note and a half note, I have a half note and a quarter note that are tied together. So let's go ahead and take a look at how that changes it. First, we count how many beats a half note is. Everybody say it together. Ready, go. That's right, 2 beats. So we're going to write down the number 2. That tells us that we have to hold that note for 2 beats. Next, we have a quarter note. Everybody say how many beats that is. That's right, 1 beat. Add the number 1. The tie adds the 2 notes together, so I get 2 plus 1 equals 3. So instead of playing ta, ta, now I would play ta with a rest. 3 beats total. I hope that you understand how those tied notes work. If you need more examples, please feel free to ask me and I will send you some. Now, the next part, the part that's a little bit more confusing, are slurs. Now, for some of you violinists and cello players in 4th grade, you probably have already experienced slurs and you know all about how to play them. Well, slurs look very similar to tied notes. If I wanted to make this rhythm and these notes a slur, all I would do is this. I would draw a line that connects all 4 of them together. What that means is I'm going to play those notes as smoothly as possible. And on a recorder, the way that we play as smoothly as possible is we keep our air going and moving our fingers only. That's right, no more tonguing. You're going to just move your fingers to create the new sounds. So as you can see, This can be confusing when compared to tied notes because tied notes use a line to connect the notes, and so do slurs. But can anybody see the difference? I'll give you 5 seconds to figure out what the difference is. I hope you got it. Here's the difference. Tied notes have to be on the same line or space. Slurred notes are always on a different line or a different space. That way we play them smooth and connected. If I were to play this without the slur, let's say that this line was gone. I'll quickly erase it. Poof, gone. If I were to play this normally, I would play it. First, grab my recorder, and how about you guys repeat after me? Great job, that's right. We played G, A, B, C. And I tongued each of those notes to create a little bit of separation between them. But if I wanted to play them smoothly, I would draw my slur. And connect all of those notes again. Now, instead of playing ta, 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 grab your recorders, repeat after me. With a slur, we try to play as smoothly as we can. Now, I bet you can guess which of these two notes is the hardest to slur between. That's right, B and C, because we have to do a little bit of a finger flip-flop in order to make that happen. That is a slur. Smoothly connected notes. Looks a lot like a tied note, but they're different. Make sure that you pay attention to that. Okay guys, that's our lesson on tied notes and slurs. I hope you were able to understand this video, and if you have any questions, please send me a message and I will be glad to answer them. It's really important that we learn how to play tied notes and slurs because they're a part of our next belt test. We are going to be working on a new song called The Ghoulie Song. It's a little creepy sounding, and in that song are tied notes and slurs, and sometimes tied notes and slurs at the same time. But I'll explain that when we get there. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I hope you took the time to watch this video, and take the time to watch my recording of the Ghoulie Song so that you can hear it and get an idea of what we'll be doing before we play it. Have a good day.